Lilies Quietus of the Nights is an indie game made by developers Adglobe and Livewire, and is available on all platforms. You play as Lily, the last surviving descendant of the White Priestesses, who have the ability to cleanse spirits of corruption. You awaken in a decimated church with no memory as to what has occurred, to see the destroyed city of Land's End. All living creatures in Land's End have been transformed into demonic monsters of some sort, brought on by the unforeseen reign of death. These creatures are known as the Blighted. It's up to you, aka Lily, to set out and unravel the mysteries of the destroyed kingdom. You are accompanied on your adventure by a spirit knight who acts as your weapon, in this case a sword. Throughout the game you can and will discover and collect multiple spirits, which will give you additional abilities to help you with your progress throughout the game. These can range from a spirit eagle that fires projectiles at ranged targets, a toxic mist that does damage over time, or a ball and chain ability that attacks and does damage to enemies that come into close combat range. These are just a few of the many abilities you will discover. You can equip up to 6 weapons or abilities at any one time, which really allows you to find a set of abilities that fit your playstyle. Some of these will have unlimited uses and act more like a default weapon, whilst others will have a set number of uses as to not make you overuse them and be completely overpowered. These are perfectly balanced in my opinion, as you never feel like you're being shortchanged or restricted on using them. Upon resting at a rest site, all of these weapons and abilities can be upgraded by the souls you will collect from defeating enemies along the way. Now, Ender Lilies is basically a Metroidvania game that plays a lot like a less punishing 2D Dark Souls, and as someone who loves the Soulsborne genre, this game is right up my alley. It involves you making your way through the uncovered sections of the map to finally get to and fight the boss of that particular section of the level. Along the way, you will encounter various types of enemies, from melee to ranged, strong to weak, all placed in a way to cause you some degree of problems. Upon defeating a boss, you will receive an ability/weapon related in some way to the foe you have just faced, and this will help you progress further. There are various locations that you cannot get to on the map, so certain areas will be unreachable or impassable until you have unlocked or discovered a certain ability. This encourages exploration, as when you reach a once unreachable location, you may just find an extremely useful item. Speaking of items, these are known as relics in the game, and they aid you in your adventure by offering certain perks to your character, such as slightly increasing your health, reducing the damage you take from attacks, or reducing the cooldown of your abilities, as well as many more. These fit in your available equipment slots, which can and do increase as you progress. However, each relic takes up a certain number of slots. This means you can't just equip every single relic you obtain. This means you have to pick and choose what best fits your playstyle. Some relics may offer better solutions on particular levels, or bosses that you may be struggling with. The reason I say it plays similar to a less punishing Souls game is for a number of reasons. If you die, all enemies respawn, meaning you have to fight your way back to where you left off. However, upon death, you do not lose any of your souls or experience. You can also permanently unlock certain areas of the map by pulling levers or hitting switches. These open up shortcuts, so if you do die, you can get back to where you left off quite quickly. You also have the ability to fast travel to and from rest places that you have previously unlocked. This means if you wish to go back to try a once unreachable section of the game, or you just want to explore, you can do this with ease. Rest points also allow you to change or equip any relics that you may have obtained, as well as change or upgrade any of your abilities. The combat is basic but enjoyable, as well as effective, and it responds well to the touch, and you really need that in these type of games, when any kind of delay can mean your downfall. You can attack, dodge, parry, swim and double jump, and will unlock more of these actions as you progress. You heal by using the charges from your amulet that have a limited number of uses, so pick and choose your moments carefully. The regular enemies in the game are not that problematic to deal with on their own, but when multiple enemies appear on the screen, each with different abilities, you can quite quickly become overwhelmed if you're not on your game. Lose your concentration or become complacent, and you'll be respawning from the rest point in no time. The mini boss and boss battles are a lot of fun, and some will be more challenging than others. The difficulty of the latter bosses provide a lot more of a challenge, and are definitely not a pushover. But once you learn and understand their attack patterns, and read the telltale signs of when they're going to unleash a certain ability, you'll find yourself making progress. And if you are struggling, this boosts your confidence and motivation to continue. So in conclusion, for anyone looking for an entry into the Soulsborne genre of games, but maybe is put off by the difficulty factor of the big AAA games, then this would be a great introduction to those style of games. For those who are veterans of the Soulsborne genre, then you may not find this as difficult as those AAA games, but that does not mean you won't have a challenging or enjoyable experience. I absolutely love this game, as they don't come around that often, and I can't recommend it enough. I picked it up for £24.99 on the PlayStation 5 on the digital store, but it's available on all platforms. I've put around 20 hours into the game so far, and I look forward to fully exploring the map and uncovering more hidden secrets. With so many AAA developers releasing buggy or incomplete games at ridiculous prices, not all but some, then it's right to give credit and praise when developers do it right. This is a genuine hidden gem of a game that both looks and sounds amazing, and it deserves to be played. So if you can, please just trust me and go pick it up and enjoy a game that really deserves to be brought out of the shadows and into the spotlight. Thanks for watching my review. I hope you liked it. Please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.